Hey, everybody. Hey, Airbrush Essentials. So what we're doing in this one, so we did go over, by the way, I'm Heather. We did go over in the 10 o'clock how to airbrush, like airbrush out of the box, get it out of the box, and put water in here and have some fun, okay? So number one, that's the first thing you're gonna do. So now that we're getting to Airbrush Essentials, what I want to do in this one is start talking about the different products. So we are going to go over like flat out airbrushing. But when you first start out, guys, if you're a newbie wooby, what I want you to concentrate on is just doing the water and just doing the foundation. Boop, that's it. That's it. That's all I want you to concentrate on is practicing with the water and doing the foundation. That's it. Because the key to airbrushing is getting this distance, this movement, the pulling back of the trigger down first. Once you have that down and it becomes second nature, all that is easy breezy, Pepsi-Deezy. Okay? So it's fine. I mean, you're not going to have to. We just need to figure out like what's going to work for you. So it is just the movement. So because it doesn't matter if I'm putting on eraser, X out, blush, eyeshadow, those movements that trigger the distance, that's all the same. Okay. Now the distance might change a little bit just for the fact that like if you're doing something, hold on, I have stuff in my eyeball. If you're doing something different, like, what is in my eye? I felt like I had a fuzzball. If you're doing something like eyeshadow, which we're going to do today, airbrush eyeshadow, because anything you want more precise, more precision, more detailed, you're bringing it in. Detailed, bring it in. You're never going to do never say never. As a golden rule, you won't go farther than 4 finger widths away from your face. So you're not going to be like, woo, that kind of thing. Okay. Hey, Anne. So keep it here. And then in more detailed work, you'll bring it in a little bit more, which you'll see when I do. Hey, Laura, how are you? I wasn't able to see your videos, but I'm going to look for them. I'll email you or I'll message you, whatever it is. Hey, Cindy, how are you? So anyway, 4 fingers is golden rule on how far you want to be. More precision work, eyeshadow, blush, under eyes, you'll bring it in a little bit more. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to show you how precise this can be. Okay, I'm going to turn on the water right now just so I can get the hot water moving. And then this is black in the root and brow. And I just put a couple of drops, turn on my system, and I'm going to show you real quick. So right here, okay, this is about the distance I want to be. Hey, Abby, Amanda, Roxanne, Laura. All right. So this is the distance I want to be when I'm doing my foundation. Okay. I'm going to pull back on my trigger. Okay. I'm going to have to put a little bit more. So see that circle? That's how much product is being released when you're right here. Now, when I'm making my passes, that's why I'm saying don't stay in one spot. When I end up making my passes, it starts filling in that space, right? Okay. So that's about the distance you want to be. Now, if I want to get more precise, let's do it right here. See this freckle? I can come in. Look at that. Do you see how precise that is, guys? That's pretty darn precise. Look at that. That's like a eyeliner dot. Look at that. So you can get super precise, okay? So the closer you are, and I'm cleaning out my stylus right now, the closer you are, the more precise it's going to be. So if you want to get an off color and practice that, so you get to see the difference between all of it, that might help you. Another thing that I think helps as well is to practice on somebody else, and because seeing it as you're doing it, because when we're doing ourselves, we don't get to see it because it goes on so light. But when you're doing somebody else, you can kind of see it. All right, so let's see. Hey, Nisi. Can you draw eyeliner with the airbrush? You most certainly can. However, I don't. I'm just gonna be honest. Our Persuasion eyeliners are the bomb, and it's gonna stay on. I have done it, but having that eyeliner, I just rinsed it out, right here at your lash line sometimes can be, and you're also going to be closer. Like, we just have too good of eyeliners to do to even bother with that. If you can do it and it doesn't bother you and you're like, whoop, do it to it. Let's go. That's fine. But to me, I can just take my Persuasion eyeliner and I'm done. So up to you. Practice if you want. All right. So now I have I have moisturizer on my face. I even had the AM serum or AM lotion on my face. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take, is this the peach? Yeah. I'm going to do the peach color corrector. Now the peach color corrector is great for any sunspots. So I'm shaking my bottles up. You do want to make sure that you shake the bottles. They are water and mineral based. And I'm going to put my drops in here. Now, because I used black eyebrow, the brow and root and brow, I want to make sure I just sprayed a little in the sink to make sure that the color coming out is the color I want. So I didn't take a Q-tip and clean in there and clean in here. I just did it, like rinsed it out with warm water, put my peach color in there. So I just want to check to make sure that the color I'm using now is the color I want on my face. Hey, Patricia. Oh, there. Yep. See, there you go. All right. So now, did I tell you what peach color corrector is great for under eye circles, darkness, sunspots. Now I have redness, so I know I would, green is the green color correctors for redness, but I'm not switching. I'm not going to take the time to switch to another color corrector, guys. I can get my coverage with this peach, and I tend to like the peach a little bit better. Me personally, that's just my personal thing, my personal issue. Just because sometimes it is easier. I feel I get a fuller coverage with this. It is easier to use because it's flesh color. It's not going to be green where you have to really make sure you don't look like the Wicked Witch of the West. All right, so I am using it to cover my redness. And notice how I bam, bam, and blend down, blam, bam, and then blend down. I'm going to blend all of this down. Okay. And yes, it is great for any skin shade. We have Muzi who uses this, and she's a shade 9. The peach color corrector is one of her favorites. But guys, you can already tell like this redness is going away. Okay. Again, listen. It's drier air, so I know it's empty, right? It's empty. All right, so now I'm using my Silk 4-in-1 shade 3. I love the Silk 4-in-1 just because of the fact that it has the anti-aging properties in it. It has your moisturizer primer, it has your concealer, and has your foundation. Now, if you're first starting out, Silk 4-in-1 can, and when I say first starting out, like a newbie to airbrushing, when you are new, Silk might be your go-to just because it's the more forgiving foundation, plus the fact you can go straight to foundation. You don't have to right now worry about concealer or eraser or a color corrector. You can go straight to the foundation. Rebecca says, I need help. I have to step back to read this. The Luminous Moisturizer Primer seems super thick and sticky and doesn't seem to spray. Any tips? Rebecca, number one, spray, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it like a Polaroid. It does have a little bit different consistency. My next thing, stop using it. You know me and my cells, but stop using it. Stop using it, especially if you're using the Silk 4-in-1. It already has a moisturizer primer in it. Stop using it. I know, shock. Christina says, I need help understanding the color correctors. Print out a color chart, a color wheel. Print out a color wheel. The opposite color is the helper, okay? So green, the opposite of green is red. It's gonna help with redness. Whatever that opposite color, they cancel each other out. So that's how I learn. It's the easiest way to learn. Print out a color wheel. Whatever that opposite color is, that's the color it's going to correct. Easy breezy. Just using the air, I'm making sure. Oh, I just got my Airbrush eyeshadow and I love it. I used it twice. I love that. All right, so now this is my foundation. I'm starting at my forehead. I'm making my pass and around, and I'm holding it 4 fingers away, and I'm barely pulling on the trigger. This is not a race, and to keep going. Keep going. Ba, 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 ba. Jolene, 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 Jolene. That's all I know. I'm begging of you, please don't take my money. I'm making up the words if I don't know them. Have you ever seen there's a comedian that does it where like a song and you think they're saying one words and it's really something else? It's hilarious. Y'all have to look that up. I think I'm gonna start that, but I'm gonna make airbrush words. Hey Connie, how are you? Cindy just said if it's new, you can use a little water to a little water in it. Remember, guys, our products are water and mineral based. So if you do, I would probably put a drop of water in here and not in the product bottle itself, just to make it easier. So that's just me. So I'm going in and making my passes. I'm gonna make a country airbrush song. Make your passes around your nose and make your passes, because that's how you get the coverage. All right. I got some good coverage. All right. So now, let me see how much more I have left. Okay. Spray the rest in my sink. So now I'm going in. I'm going to use the amber luminizers. And I think I'll use rose gold luminizer. And then maybe, because I don't actually have a, but that's natural blush. That might be a good one to use too. Let me use this one. That's a rose gold. So I'm going to use amber as my eyeshadow, and then I'm using rose gold as my highlighter. You could use the brow too in black. So Jenny just asked, how do you know how many drops to use? So it depends on what the product is, but remember with airbrush makeup, you're using 10 times less makeup. So you can always add more. With foundation, go about 5, 6. I'm telling you guys, at first, if you're a newbie and you're starting, you might be using 20. That's okay. Remember, the more you have this in your hand, the more you're going to learn and the better it's going to be. Yay, new. Serena is new, but loves the products. Hasn't tried the eyeshadow yet. All right, so now this is rose gold luminizer. This is going to give me my shine, my healthy glow. And guys, if you're like at home, trapped at home and quarantined or whatever, get up and get dressed. It's going to make you feel so much better. Go outside, go in your backyard. But you need to get dressed. I know I feel so much better when I have makeup on. Maris God, how are you? Isabella, girl, we's back. We're going to be on at 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. We stop at 4. But yeah, girl, everybody needs to get dressed. Don't be sitting at home. Oh, I'm so alone. No, get up, get dressed, do something, play with your dog. Lily, come here. I'll show you my dog. My dog, if a dog could flip you off, I think, and tell me I'm number one, I think he would tell me that. My dog, he's not a snuggler. That's why I'm looking for a golden doodle. I want a snuggler. Then he'll become a snuggler. And I tell you what, and people that work from home know this. Like, you are going to be more productive if you get dressed and get going. Like, I'm in kind of comfy clothes, but I'm dressed. I have a bra and panties on. I'm dressed, okay? All right, so this is, oh, Mary, send me a picture. I want a golden doodle. Dawn says I use 5 drops and sometimes find another place. I'm telling you, that's what will happen. Like, stick with that 5 to 7 and see if you can do it. If you need to add more, add more. But you'll get to the point where you're like, oh yeah, there, I got it. I'm telling you, keep doing it. Just cleaned and took a shower. Woohoo, Isabella. I saw, I don't know why I just thought of this. Somebody posted on Facebook, my housekeeper said they're going to work from home today. And my housekeeper said they're going to work from home today and send me videos on how to clean or something. I'm like, it's probably how I feel. Let's see. Oh, Cavapoo. That's so sweet. Oh, yay. Linda says, I have to get dressed. I'm a couch potato. And isn't that true? And guys, I'm telling you, if you're a Luminous Beauty, this is proof positive on that people need this. Like, if you're a beauty advisor, this is proof positive, because I don't care who you are. And this is proof to feel, and it might sound superficial, but I'm not saying like put on a full face of makeup and lashes. I'm just saying get dressed, get moving, look good, feel good. Look good, feel good. Airbrush good, feel good. You got to do it. All right, so enough preaching. Here we go. I have on This is the Amber Illuminizer, which I love this. Let's see. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, your kitty is a snuggler. Cindy, I would die. You do. Yay! Isabella, I'm so excited for you. I can't even stand it. Oh, toy poodle. My dog is a Shih Tzu, and yeah. All right. He's a great dog. He is the best. But he's a escape artist. He can get out of anything. Doesn't matter. I've crate trained him, and he can get out of every single crate. Don't know how he does it, but he gets out. And he's not a snuggler. He snuggles. It's almost like a cat in that aspect. He'll be like, "Hey, what's up? I'll snuggle with you for a little bit," and then he's done. His name is Christian Louis Vuitton. Mm-hmm. And then I had Tiffy Chanel too. Oh, I'm loving this air right now. I got love in my kit. Yay! So Serena, that's the other thing. So a couple things you can do with love. You can apply it after the foundation. Try putting it also in your blush. Our blush is super high pigmented, so it does intensify afterwards. And so put a drop in your blush and it'll change the blush. You can put love on everywhere and then airbrush the foundation, but it's a illuminizer. It's a hydrating illuminizer. It's not like the illuminizers that you brush on with powder, and it's beautiful. If I have one, I think I did bring one, and I can use that tomorrow as well. So here's Amber. This one always tickles these eyelashes. I don't know why. So it always gives me the shivers just on this side. Let me get my mirror. Let me grab my mirror. Kimberly said, my husband is a snuggler. Anyone want it? Is he hyperallergenic too? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, back and forward, back and forward. Notice how I'm coming in a little bit more. Lightly, lightly. Pulling back on my trigger. Can you start seeing it? Is it where I want it? No. This is about the making passes. Look, a little bit more coming out, right? Keep going back. Back and forth, back and forth. Guys, this movement is the exact same movement I would make if I was doing regular eyeshadow. Okay? Back and forth, coming in closer. Look how beautiful that is. Woo! Love this. Okay? Now I'm going to rinse this out. That's as deep as I want it, right? Now I'm rinsing, rinsing, rinsing. The joys of being in my bathroom. All right, now I'm going to, girl, Julie, you can do it. You can do it. You have to spray light. Just spray light, and it's going to take some practice. All right, now I'm using the black in the root and brow. And I'm going to do the outside corner. Now, I will tell you, when you're new to this, you're going to still make the V. So just like if I was using this and I was going do, 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 that's the same movement here. But the great thing about it is if you mess up, you can cheat with the brush. So I can go in. Let me make sure that's the color I'm getting. There. again, just making my passes, you can start seeing it popping up. Hey, Sonia. Okay, now this is the great thing. If you need to, you can take that brush and blend it. There's nothing stopping you, except for the fact you do want to do it when it's still a little wet, because once it dries, we know it stays on. I can bring this in a little bit. Look at that. Look how easy. Lightly pulling back. Lightly pulling back. All right. So now I'm rinsing out my trigger, my gun, my stylus with the warm water. That's how we clean it every time. Clean it. But there you go. Okay, amber illuminizer, something in my crease. You can do it. Get those movements down. Right? Get those movements down. We're practicing those movements. You want to get those movements down. And then then everything else becomes second nature to you. You practice with pulling back on that trigger too much and letting go. Practice with that so that way you get to experience it even more. Again, the more you have it in your hand, the more you're going to learn. All right. Again, we're going to keep building on these looks. This time we did airbrush eyeshadow. Tomorrow we can do contour and highlighting with airbrushing. So we'll definitely do that as well. All right. Making sure I see everybody. Hold on, when I do eyes, I'm about right here. So about 1 or 2 fingers away. The key, I think, with the eyes is start moving and then pull back on the trigger. If you wait, you will get maybe a hot spot, meaning of poop makeup. And so if you do it that way, sometimes that helps. All right. Guys, Renee's going to be on in just a few minutes. She'll be here at noon for you. Show us some love. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, I'll see you. I'm back at 3 and 4. You have Renee at 12 and 2. And then me at, yes, Laura, that's correct. That's my email. And then you'll have me at 3 and 4. So, all right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Happy hump day. Bye for now.